Hello and welcome to Zip News. Boston Bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev has been sentenced to death. After a lengthy trial, a 21-year-old spoke for the first time before the sentence was handed down, admitting guilt and apologising for his role in the attack on the 2013 Boston Marathon. "I'm sorry for the lives I have taken, for the suffering that I have caused you, for the damage I have done, irreparable damage. In case there is any doubt, I am guilty of this attack, along with my brother." The apology was not enough to spare his life. Tsarnaev had been found guilty of killing 3 people and injuring 264 at the race's finish line before fatally shooting a police officer 3 days later. Rebecca Gregory lost her leg in the attack and had some strong words for the young Chechen native. "Terrorists like you do 2 things. One, they create mass destruction, but the second is quite interesting. You know what mass destruction really does? It brings people together. We are Boston strong and we are America strong, and choosing to mess with us was a terrible idea." Tsarnaev has been sentenced to death, but his future is not certain. Most now expect a lengthy set of legal appeals, which could last years, if not decades. Of the 74 people sentenced to death in the US for federal crimes since 1998, only 3 have been executed. The decision to sentence him to death has been met with mixed reactions. Bill and Denise Richard, parents of 8-year-old Martin, who was killed, and 7-year-old Jane, who lost a leg, pleaded with the Department of Justice to take the death penalty off the table, saying, "We know that the government has its reasons for seeking the death penalty, but the continued pursuit of that punishment could bring years of appeals and prolong reliving the most painful day of our lives." Their fears were realised on Wednesday when US District Judge George O'Toole ruled that Tsarnaev's life would be ended by the state. When it will be ended and how much more pain victims and their families will go through is less certain. I'm Jack Fuller. Thanks for watching.